And we've just arrived at a restaurant. It's called Wadi's Nihari. It's a stew. I've had it before. It's incredibly delicious. We have a few different versions. The one with brain as well, and then one with meat. He takes a piece of the meat, then he grabs some of the actual stew, which is like a nutty color. He sticks that into your bowl, and then he reaches back into the meat and takes some of the oil and pours some of the red oil on top to finish it off.
Pure milk and pure yogurt.
Oh, you have to make it hot. Oh, okay. We heated up a whole pan full of desi ghee and infused it with some ginger until that came to a boil. Then he poured over a few spoons onto the top of the nihari, and then he heated each bowl of nihari over the open flame as well. That's just finishing it off. Okay, it's ready to go eat. We got a couple of different versions. One is just with the beef, one is with the beef and the brains. It comes with the fresh tandoori roti, and then you always have to season with ginger, chilies, and lime. And then we also got those lassis as well.
Yeah. Dude, this loaf. Yeah, this is beautiful. I'm so excited for this right now.
That meat is so tender. You can just run a piece of bread over it, and it starts to like tear apart. And some of that sauce without seasoning it. Oh wow! And all of that desi ghee.
Dude, are you kidding?
Wow. That's so good.
Yeah.
Thank you. One more bite.
So good. One more bite. We will take another bite. Okay. Meat is so tender. Then you've got like the creamy like stew of the nihari underneath it. Very fragrant, very infused desi ghee. Yeah, it's awesome. But it does need to be seasoned with the ginger and the chilies and lime. Making sure to grab some of the chilies and that meat. Oh, that meat just flakes apart. Oh, the drip. That meat is insanely tender. You actually don't need teeth to chew it. Then with that ginger, with those thin slices of chilies to bump up the heat. This one includes the same beef, but then also brains. Oh, it just sort of like, it's sunk. The brains just kind of like collapse into the desi ghee, and they become one with the desi ghee when you try to pick it up. The desi ghee just like gives it the lubrication factor. Then you've got the meat, which is so unbelievably tender. Then you've got the brains, which just sort of like slide right in there.
Like hard-boiled egg yolk.
And some chilies just to top it off. And squeeze on a little lime for the finishing touch. It's among the richest dishes I think I've ever had in my life. This one is the nali nihari, and this one is actually the most famous version with marrow inside. So those little white nuggets are all marrow chunks. That probably is the best because that marrow is, again, it's just like disintegrating into the desi ghee, plus the meat, plus the ginger. This is like ultimate meatiness. And after that bite, I need to lean back and sip on the lassi. Oh, the milk mustache. Tastes kind of like melted ice cream. So nihari is not a dish I could eat too frequently because there's so much desi ghee. It's so heavy. It's so rich. But that was it was a treat. What a way to begin this day. On our way heading towards, in the direction towards Gujranwala. And That's the abbreviation for the Grand Trunk Road, which connects Central Asia to South Asia. So it runs all the way from Kabul in Afghanistan to Chittagong in Bangladesh, passing through northern Pakistan. There's lots of traffic and people take this road going short distances from town to town. This is a very significant road and we are traveling it today. It was only like an hour and a half drive. We didn't actually end up stopping along the way, but we made it to the city. This is where we're gonna do some more eating and walk around and explore for the day, for most of the day. And behind me right here, this is the watchtower built by the British. We just walked down the street a little bit and we're gonna stop somewhere to eat a massive place, a massive production of friedness. Mainly what they're serving is pakoras, which are little fried fritters. There's potato in it, there's some vegetables, there's herbs, there's spices. The cauldron of oil is bubbling away, but they do have like an entire, I think they have a few different versions, but we're gonna get a plate of the pakoras, freshly fried. He just grabs like fistfuls of the batter mixture potato, just like squeezes it into the oil, and then just like when they're done frying, they just he just fishes it out. We gotta try some of the hot, fresh pakoras. Oh, nice. Thank you. You take a chunk, you dip it into that little, I think it's a yogurt sauce. Yeah, that's great. That's freshly fried. There's potato in there. There's the green is actually spinach. It does have a little bit of spiciness to it. A dream deep fried snack. Ali said we need to try it with roti. It's actually common. I didn't know it was a thing ever to eat pakora with roti. Yeah, it does kind of work because you got the soft fluffy roti and then the really crispy pakora. The textures, it's a textures thing.
That's nice.
That's really nice. That's my comfort snack at home.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, very good. So Gujranwala is known for their food and also known for their wrestlers, for having big guys that wrestle. So we have a surprise. I had no idea we were gonna have this opportunity, but we met up with one of Ali's friends who has arranged for us to see some of the local traditional wrestling. That's where we're on our way to next. Quite the forklift. Quite the bustling area, and we're gonna go. Oh, I forgot to mention that the wrestling doesn't start for about 15 or 20 minutes, so we are gonna stop quickly to eat something before we go to the wrestling. We're just gonna walk around this area for a little bit. This is quite a street as well.
That looks great.
We were just walking down the road and we saw a man who's making these little patties. And actually we saw the sign over there. They're made from camel. They smell so good. They're sizzling in this like fatty liquid that's just bubbling. He grabs a handful of the meat mixture. He just kind of flattens it on the hot plate to create the burger patty shape, and then directly into that bubbling oil as it fries. I'm pretty sure it's frying in its own fat. Spiced. It has this like citrusy taste to it. Actually, you know what I really taste is the coriander seed. It gives off that almost citrusy taste. Wow, that is flavorful. Camel sliders. And that coriander seed. Oh man, above and beyond tasty.
The smell, like from across the street, we couldn't resist. And this guy's just making it so properly.
I love this camel.
Mr. Ali.
camel right now.
That is a line.
Dude, yeah, that was a treat. That was a treat. Proper street meat treat right there.
Loving this city already. It's kind of relaxed, but like bustling, so like overly bustling at the same time. It's not an official game, but it's going to be a practice. Practice wrestling, and wrestling is a big part of the culture in Gujawala. This is going to be a real honor that they have invited us to watch them practice.
Mr. Nambas, champion wrestling.
Hello, nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
And he said he just returned from Istanbul 2 days ago, where he won one of the championships there. And it looks like they're just now preparing the sand pit for the wrestling. Okay, great. They just finished their warm up. Now they're gonna have the fights. Okay, for 3 seconds or just touch at the back? Okay.
Just touch and it will be finished. It's finished.
Ah, okay.
He is the winner now. At the moment.
We're gonna take a quick photo with everyone. Well done, man. Well done. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting us today. Yeah, it was an honor to be here. Let me just tell you what the new definition of meat dreams are. It is a massive bus-length grill that's just going up in a fire of smoke. You can smell the meat in the air. We've got a whole group with us. Look at that grill. It's like the aftermath of a fireworks display. The meaty smokiness. It is unbelievable. Oh, and here's where they're skewering up the meat. They have their own farm, their own source of goats, and they sell 35 to 40 goats per night. Goats of meat, entire goats. Thank you. We just moved on to the karahi station where he's making the pans full of the curry. Oh wow. And next station to see the naan being made. Or is it tandoori roti? I think it's gonna be tandoori roti, right? Assalamualaikum. Nice large indoor section, but they were so nice to put out some tables on the street for us. We got the mutton karahi, we got an assorted mutton plate, we got multiple kebabs. Time to eat. I'm gonna begin with the gola kebab, which are these round like meatball kebabs. It's so like flaky, you can taste the meatiness of it, the umami of the fat that's burnt from the charcoal fire. That is meat at its finest.
This is the mutton chop. And this is the mutton kebab. See kebab.
Okay, time for the mutton chop. meat. The most meaty, dreamy thing you've ever tasted. So this is the karahi. This is what he made over that just massive fire. Oh man, you just kind of mop up that ghee, that desi ghee, and that sauce, and that mutton. Oh, that is stunning. You got like the sour richness of that yogurt in there, the richness of the desi ghee, and then just the tender mutton, the slight ginger aroma.
How do you pack that much flavor into a sauce? Dude, it's like spicy yogurt. Yep. It's like cheese. It's like... Dude, that's insane.
I can safely say that's one of the greatest grilled meat dinners I've ever had. Unbelievably delicious. Thank you. Feels like I just took a bath in smoke. I actually did. Oh, that was stunning. We're stopping off at one more place this evening. I think just one more place. Oh, nice.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, nice.
Oh, tasty.
I had no idea we were getting this, but it's khan.
Oh, very sweet.
So this is called pho. This is from India, Pakistan, Nepal.
Oh, thank you. That's delicious though. That is a mouthful of many, many things. It's so sweet and so juicy. With so many textures. And you've got the main leaf, which has like a chalkiness to it. There's so much going on, it's amazing. Thank you. Very nice.
Thank you.
That was delicious. That was just a mouthful of just excitement. It's like a fried batter, which is then submerged